All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Hot Seat. I'm my buddy Timmer here. And again, you can learn a lot by getting better and being more communicative, right? So, Timmer, you're how old?
I'm 18.
18 years of age.
Yes, sir.
And you graduated high school, what, when you were 17?
I graduated when I was 18. I graduated 13 months ago.
Got it.
14 months ago.
Okay.
Last year.
What'd you do when you graduated? What was your first job?
My first job was at 13 years old.
Okay.
I was working for my uncle doing construction. I was working during the summer. I was working probably 8 to 7, 7 to 7, 6 days a week, making like $500 a week, digging trenches, pouring concrete.
Got it. What was your first job post high school? 18 years of age.
My first job post high school was selling cars.
Got it. How'd you get into that?
I always wanted to get into sales. I didn't know what specifically I wanted to do. I figured I like cars. I've always kind of been in the car business, so let's give selling cars a shot.
Got it. No, you didn't want to go to college, didn't think about going to college?
No, my parents tried to force me into it, and eventually there was a debate for probably 4 years since I started high school. You're going to college, you're going to college. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Both your mom
I'm
and
not.
dad?
Both my mom and
On the
dad.
same side against you? Okay.
Correct. Eventually, about halfway through high school, I capitulated. I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'll go to college, I'll make you happy. I'll go to FAU, 100% acceptance rate, I don't got to do anything. But then I'm like, no, I'm going to grab my nuts and I'm going to do what I'm
So you
saying
did
I'm gonna
apply
do.
to make them happy? You
Yes.
applied, got
Yes.
in.
I applied, got in.
That was your plan, allegedly.
That was my plan. I'm like, Mom, Dad, you know what? I'm not doing this. I made, I think, like a 13-slide presentation on why I'm not going to college, on what I'm going to do instead. For my parents.
You sat them down and gave them a friggin' PowerPoint presentation.
Correct.
Okay.
Sat them down, gave them a PowerPoint presentation, why I'm not going to college, why I think it's stupid, why I don't want to get into that debt.
What was the most important slide?
The most important
What
slide?
was the most impactful for your parents?
It was a combination of slides. It was 3 slides, and it's what I'm going to do instead of going to college.
Got it.
I created a 3-year plan, broke it down quarterly, and I mean, I've gone through that 3-year plan in basically a year already.
Got it. So they're supportive now?
They're very supportive now.
Okay. Got out of cars. Why'd you leave the car business?
I didn't enjoy it, man. For the last probably 2 months of me being in the car business, I didn't feel like I belonged. I felt in my soul that something was wrong. And
What was it?
I didn't know. I didn't feel like I belonged. I felt something was missing in my life. And funny story, I think you're actually really going to like this. I sat down.
I believe I am.
On a park bench one day. My dog was I took my dog to the park. He was running around. I'm sitting down on the bench. And I was never really a religious person. Like, I always believed in God, but I've never been religious. And I sat down, and I looked up at the sky, and I prayed, right? I'm like, God, something is missing in my life. I don't know what it is, but I know you're never going to steer me wrong. Whatever it is that I'm missing, please bring it into my life. And the same day, I got offered the opportunity to come here, like 2 hours later.
Who offered it to you?
AJ.
How'd you know him?
I knew AJ from Muay Thai. We did Muay Thai together.
Got it.
And at that point, when he texted me, I hadn't seen him in like 3 months. He texted me out of nowhere. Haven't talked to him in 3 months. Like,
God is great.
Let's go to dinner together. I got something to talk to you about.
Okay.
And here we are now.
So you're selling life insurance. How's that been going for you from a sales standpoint?
It's been going pretty good. I don't even look at this as sales.
Okay.
In the car business, you really got to push people. You want this car. It's complete sales. You're pushing them. You're honestly.
Dude, does anybody like car salesmen?
No.
Did you like the guys you worked with?
No.
Did they give a fuck about the people they were selling a car to?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, that's one thing I hated about it.
Correct.
You're putting people in a bad position.
Correct.
And they'd always say, "Oh, well, don't worry about it. It's not your money." But like, I don't want to put this 18-year-old kid in a 24%
anybody
interest
for that
rate.
matter.
Exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't like putting people in bad positions there, and I came here, and it's so much easier. You're actually helping people, putting them in good positions. It's not very salesy at all. You're not pushing them into anything. Just kind of helping them out, laying out their options, letting them know what's going to happen if they don't do this.
What's your goal in this for you personally?
In this for me, it's build a big team.
Why?
Make a lot of money.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you this. In '08, I got my insurance license. And the company I worked at, I had the biggest agency within 12 months. Okay. And people would say, why do you want to build a team? I'm like, to teach people to make money. You're always going to make money no matter what. You ain't going to have no problem making money. You're very communicative. You're smart. You stand up for yourself. You work your ass off. You're going to make money no matter what. The greatest gift you'll end up giving, I think, in my opinion, watching you, like I look at you at your age, and I think of where I was. When you start, have you had anybody make money in your team so far? Sell life insurance, get paid?
No, I don't have anyone under me so far.
Okay. When you do, the whole thing is going to change for you. Because there's going to be people who are 18, people who are 31 with 2 kids. somebody who's 53 who just had a grandkid. There's going to be a single mom, a single dad. There's going to be all these people that you're going to help change their lives. And it's going to fuck you up in a good way. Because you don't know that yet. You're making money for you. Because and it should be. At your age, it's like, dude, I have a plan. I show my parents how I can make money. I want to go make money. Dude, there's nothing wrong with making money. But when that whole thing switches and it's like, I want to help other people make money. Like we were talking about the company. People are like, why don't you do this and do this and do this? I'm like, dude, because I'm going to make money either way. Like I know I'm going to. And I sat down with a dude named Arthur Blank who launched Home Depot and was still the owner of the Atlanta Falcons. And he said that to me in a very different way. But he was talking to me and I was like, he's like, well, what do you want to build a business for? I was like, make money for my family. And he's like, the minute your answer, and it doesn't have to be Sean, he said, but if your answer becomes, I want to change other people's lives for the better. And yeah, I'm not gonna do it for free. I ain't pro bono, I want to make money. But the minute you start to do that, because he's like, that's why we launched Home Depot. Home Depot wasn't, oh my God, we're gonna have this big box store and make billions and billions of dollars. Home Depot was, Tom's going to the hardware store, paying $5 for a screwdriver. We're going to sell it to him for 49 cents. That makes Tom's life better. Susan and Tom need to sheetrock their house, but the contractor is going to charge them $47,000 for sheetrock, paint, tape, all that bullshit. We're going to sell them the material for $6,000, teach them how to do it, and they can do it for 8 or 9 instead of 4, whatever the number is. Does that make sense? So I'm not telling you what to do. You're going to do what you want to do,
Yeah.
what you're going to answer, but I'm telling you, you have so much strength in there. So you see all these people that are coming in the office, right? You have all kinds of different people. What do you like the best about your office culture right now?
I like being able to work with my friends.
Okay.
We're all boys. We're all friends.
Yeah.
There's no bad blood anywhere. And plus, they're all my age. They're all, guys similar to me. They're motivated. They're hungry. When I was doing car sales, I was working with people my parents and grandparents' age.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had grandkids older than me.
Correct.
Like,
And they had
what
no
am I doing
problem
with these
reminding
people?
you that.
Exactly. I'm like, what am I doing with these people?
Mm-hmm.
But these guys, they're driven. They're hungry. We're in the same boat. The guys over there are deadbeats.
What do you like least about the culture here? You love it, and that's great. But
Yeah.
it's one thing you could change. If you're like, man, we're working on this. What is one thing about the culture you want to
It's
change?
a good question.
Thank you. I'm good at asking questions.
You are. I'm not too sure. Honestly, there's nothing I can name off the top of my head.
So
we could work a little harder.
Okay.
We could work a
I would
little
agree
harder.
with that. And I think also we could get more people wanting to actually build the bit. Because here's the thing. Sales is great for you. And it's great for the clients. Every time you make a sale, you're putting a client in a better position. That's what's great about life insurance. That's like for me. I did real estate. I liked it a lot. I liked all of it, but I love life insurance because of what we can do. And I've sold a bunch before, and this isn't sales, same as you. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, it's not sales. We take orders. People are like, what's your job? Order taker. You ask somebody if they want a pizza. They already placed an order. I just have to make sure I find the right one for them.
Exactly.
They already decide they
in the
want
car
it.
business, they always said, don't be an order taker. Here, you're just an order
We're an order
taker.
taker, which is beautiful.
I love it.
It's awesome. It's what they want, and we fill their need.
Exactly.
But in here, we need somebody who starts focusing so much on also building a business for other people and not just on his or her sales. And that can be you, by also building these other guys up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they do look up to you in some capacity. You say whatever you want, but they do. And part of that is sales numbers, part of just the way you care. That's people, you have to understand your roles. It doesn't mean like, oh my God, Tim's in charge or I'm in charge. No, you all have strengths and weaknesses. These are things you're good at. Cool. Embrace those things. But we need people to talk about recruits. We need them coming in going like, I got 5 new people this week. Hey, I just got my first. You make your first override, Timmer, it's going to fuck you up. Because you're going to be, you're going to make whatever you're going to make on the policy. And you didn't sell it. And that's passive income's awesome. But you're also going to be like, dude, like that guy that came in the other day. What's he making? Oh, not a lot. What if he starts making 5, 6, 7 grand a week? 8. And he's never made more than $2 grand a week.
Life-changing money for him.
Life-changing money. And you don't know what that means for, I don't know his situation. Wife, not. Kids, not. Grandkids, friends, sister, brother, parents. It changes people's lives. So, dude, you're going to become a life changer, which will make you a considerable amount of money. But we got to stay focused on the culture. You're hiring people, right?
You're
working on it. What's been holding you back?
I don't like putting, I think everything is my fault. There's something I can do to improve everything. If something goes wrong, doesn't matter if I got wet in the rain, I could have brought an umbrella, right? And so, I'm not too sure how to answer this question, but I'm going to be completely honest. I reach out to people. I do a phone interview with them. I send them the link to Marissa's video. I tell them about everything. And I never hear from them again.
Okay. So let's think about this. Early enough, right? When I start talking to you, what I try to figure out is, do you really want to do this? I'm also not everybody's different. So I asked Dom, what did you learn when I was interviewing that guy the other day you were recruiting or talking to him? He goes, man, you made it about him. You made it about his business and about his age and our age. Like, you made it about him. And I was like, yeah, that's what I do. So on the phone, what you have to start doing, people, before you send the video is, let me ask you something, man. Hey, AJ, let me ask you something. I can send you an overview video, but at this point in time, and shoot me straight, please, I have plenty of people to talk to. Do you have any interest in watching and call me back, yes or no? Yes or no? I'm not going to send it. I'm going to hit an email if you don't want it. Like, try to get them to say no before you hang up with them. Does that make sense? Instead of going through the motions of, hey, I talked to 8 people, pitched them for 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes, and then, because what you're going to tell them is how it's good. You're going to tell them the difference between car business and this, order taking sales, and all that's true. Except they're trying to believe in themselves. So find one thing about them that you can tell them is great about themselves, breathe some life into them, and then go, hey, man, got to be honest with you. Dude, this is simple for people to do. We do take orders, which is awesome. We have more leads we know. Do you kind of summarize again why this is great? It's life insurance. Everybody has to have it. It's very rewarding. Whatever. You give your pitch. But let me ask you something, dude. I don't want to send you a video if you're not going to like. If you're going to look at it for 5 minutes and never call me back. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1, you don't give a shit. 10, you're fired up. Where do you stand? And be quiet and let them tell you. And then hope they have the courage. And then all of a sudden, once they don't say, I don't want it, people have this weird deal. We don't want to let people down. Because all you've done is talk to them and send them the video. They're easy enough to go like, dude, I'm good. I'm probably not going to respond. I'm probably going to watch a video. I'm good. He seems cool. He's making money. He probably is. Man, he speaks really well. Because you're going to have to be careful of how good you are, too. Because you communicate really well and because you carry yourself with strength, you have to make sure you always are breathing life into other people. Because then they can go like, can't do that. Nope, I'm not that comfortable talking to people. Nope, I didn't talk to my parents to give them a 3-year plan. Nope, I don't do that. Does that make sense? And then they're pulling themselves away and they're convincing themselves why they can't do it. Instead of you going like, hey, dude, by the way, this requires no talent. That's the problem with most entrepreneurs. The reason they get a big head eventually is they think this requires talent. It doesn't. And I mean be an entrepreneur. Waste management, real estate, life insurance, and they have done to make money do not require talent. I had to make good decisions. I needed good judgment. I had to get good information from people. I had to have courage. That's not a talent. To run a 40 and 4.1 is talent. To do what we're doing is talent. It's hard work. It's good attitude. It's getting better information. It's growing yourself as a person. But you have to start doing that before you hang out with everybody. Do you want it or not? And a lot of people are contrarian. So they're like, why is he telling me I can't have it? Yeah, I do want it. Are you sure? That's even worse. They're like, what do you mean am I sure? Are you sure? I don't want to send it to you, dude, if you don't want it. No, I do want it. Cool. And then you send it. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
So start to pull that away before you give it to them.
Okay.
Okay?
But see, here's the thing. Like, I'll speak with them. They'll tell me, oh, yeah, I'm so interested. I want to do this. You know, send me the info.
Do you stop and ask them? Hey, let me ask you something. Everybody says that.
I don't stop and ask
them. There you go. Hey, let me ask you something, Timber. Everybody says that to me. Let me ask you something. Most of them lie to me. Do you want to know why, Timber? Most people don't want to do the work. They're not willing to get uncomfortable. They've always had a job and that makes them nervous. I'm asking you, are you most people or not? And then maybe say 1 or 2 things nice about them, but ask them point blank. They're stroking you to get you off the phone because they ain't calling back. The video can't screw them up. If you've told them what it is, all the video is doing is reaffirming for them what it is. It's doing nothing else. It's taking what you said and reaffirming that it's that. Make sense? And challenging them.
Does make sense.
Hey, let me tell you what a lot of people get worried about. They have to go to work. By the way, if you want to know if this is hard work, it is hard work. Guys that want to work will love that. Guys that don't want to work will hate it. And you want to get off the phone with them. Then you get to start figuring out who am I recruiting, who am I not recruiting, where am I finding people that are actually like-minded. Does that make sense? You start doing that kind of stuff. So start doing it on the phone. And even your tonality. Like with me and the way I talk, and I do this all the time because it's just who the fuck I am, people know I'm not playing around at all. My time is valuable. And you can say that. Hey, Timmer, if you don't mind me asking, with all due respect, you don't mind me asking, my time is valuable. As we're talking, do you consider yourself somebody who does want to work hard, who actually will make a sacrifice, who does want to make more money for the family? Yes or no? Yeah, I do. Cool. Are you willing to do the work now to do it? Yeah, I am. Okay, cool. But you start challenging them, taking it away from them a lot, where they're like trying to fight to keep it. No, man, I'm interested. Hey, because, dude, I don't want to hire everybody anyway. I'm only hiring X amount of people. I can have a massive agency with 50, 60, 80, 100 people. Find out, do they want sales? You hammer on that part. Taking orders, helping life insurance. Want to build a business? You hammer on that part as well. I'm talking about sales. What do you want out of it? What is the thing you were hoping to get out of this call today? Timmer, when you called, what were you hoping to get out of this call? And when they don't, I don't really, come on, Timmer, there's got to be something. Challenge them. And if there's no dialogue, you go, he ain't never going to call back. But at least you know. But the right guy, you can't say the wrong things to the right guy. But you can't say the right things to the wrong guy. So you're talking a lot of the wrong people, right? And you're trying to figure that out. But it's okay to ask them, hey, if you don't mind me asking, boom. That's how I did in life insurance too. But like, why did they charge back? I'd be like, if it comes back exactly the way I applied for it, is there any reason you won't keep it? Tell me now. No, we're good. Or if, yeah, you know what, Sean, yeah, that way, okay, cool. Let's change that. Let's alter that. Oh, it's $340 a month. We're hoping to be $250. But I wanted to know right then and there. Have the strength to ask them on the phone and challenge them to be able to do that. And then you talk about other people too, other validation too. Find somebody that you think they're like. Doesn't matter age. So you find somebody that's more laid back, like Dominic. I got a good friend of mine, Dominic, works with us. Here's how much he's selling a week. He reminds me a lot of you. He never done sales, super nice guy, good heart, hard worker. You start building them up, but you give them somebody they can connect with. And if it's somebody you don't have somebody, give them somebody else in the company. If they're a single mom, you can't go like, check with Dominic. But you can be like, hey, I know so-and-so. Guy's 50 years old. Man, this guy's doing it over here. Guy's 28, been in the business for 7 years. His team's doing $1 million a month. Let me talk to you about that guy. Give them some additional validation outside of you. Does that make sense?
I got you.
So I appreciate you. Anybody wants to work with Timmer, he's a beast. Find him. Timmer, your last name?
Rahimov.
Spell that.
Rahimov.
I didn't try to spell that. I was spelling it wrong. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us for Hot Seat. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share the YouTube channel. If you love this link, you did a great job. We'll send you some more to click on. We think you'll love those as well. And as always, appreciate your time.